So this is part 2 of my two-part video of how I am playing Terran versus Zerg. As me playing a Terran player against this Zerg player who is Diamond League. And so at this time of the game, at this time in the ladders, I don't know what you want to call it, I was rank 20 Diamond because I haven't played in a long time. But I used to be in Masters League, so I have the skills. I just haven't played this game in a long time. So here I'm continually increasing my upgrades for my engineering bay, more upgrades for my infantry units, and in my armory I'm producing more upgrades for my Thors that I'm going to end up building later on. So right now I have 3 factories and 2 barracks I think I had, or 3. I'll show you guys in a second. But the Zerg player isn't really doing much for defenses. I noticed this when I started harassing him, and I scanned him twice, I think, in the last gameplay which I showed you, and he's just harassing me over here, but he can't do anything because I have some Marines and Thors. They're slowly taking out those Mutalics, so he decides to back off. That's a pretty wise choice, that I wouldn't engage this army by myself, because the Thor would just rip you to shreds unless you use the box technique. And so here I am starting another upgrade level for my armory, and I'm getting the Marine shields, getting more CBs, getting more Thors, and that's basically what this gameplay is about. I have a starport, and the bad thing is I don't really use it until the end of the game, because I'm spending all my minerals and all my gas on Thors and Marauders and all that stuff. So it actually is not that good that I actually bought constructed the starport, but it's still good, because in case like the Zerg player goes for like Brood Lords, maybe he wants to add some Brood Lords, you'll have some Viking outs pretty quickly. You don't have to actually spend the time to build stuff. So that was kind of my safeguard. Maybe I was going to do some drops. I didn't really think about it. But here I scanned, I think I scanned here before, but I noticed that here it was building up an army. So I decided to quickly macro up an army, and since my upgrades were already at level 3, like my, what's it called? My upgrades for my engineering bay is already armor level 3. His Zerglings barely do any damage to me, and here the only problem is that I wasn't gonna have enough defenses in case he attacked me. So I thought I'd put a couple more turrets up in case he goes for a counterattack when I attack him with this army. So here I'm making some dropships to assist those level 3 armor Marines and Marauders. And yeah, so this is going actually quite well. I'm surprised the Zerg player hasn't harassed me much, but he's going for a 3rd expansion. So maybe after he gets his 3rd expansion, he'll try to harass me a bit more or attack me. I wasn't even sure that he did harass me at all in this game, but that may be a good thing. It may be a bad thing. That maybe he was macroing up. I didn't really know, because from my point of view, I did scouting, but I didn't really know where his army was, and I didn't have constant location of where his army is, where his army will be going, and whether his army, what his army was constantly being composed of. But maybe he split off his army to go destroy some rocks somewhere. There are actually no rocks in this map, but you never know. So here he comes in to scout my base. He doesn't see anything. Like, he doesn't know that I have 3 barracks right now, other than those Mutalics that harassed me earlier. So it's good for me, so I'm thinking that maybe he scouted here, so he's probably going to do some more scouting with his Mutalics. So I start to put some more turrets up, and he slowly is expanding. So the game's going pretty well for both of us, because we're not really fighting much. I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's certainly a good thing for a Terran player. Whenever you're not being harassed by a Zerg player, that is the place where you want to be. You want to be harassing the Zerg player, or you want to be macroing up an army or upgrading him, like I was here, and then just forcefully pushing him out. Because eventually the Zerg will run out of larva, and he'll need immensely super micro management and macro management in order to get those hatcheries up in time for my attack. So here sometimes I like to make some little defensive positions. Like here I have a little turret here, which I thought was going to be a hero turret, maybe in case of the counterattack, and those supply depots would block off the Zerglings. Here, it's not the battle yet, but I just continually transfer, and I have a bunker here. Like, the saturation on both of my bases that I have now is pretty decent, and Zerg player has also pretty decent saturation. But all I'm worried about right now is getting out of the army as fast as I can, and in case my army wasn't able to push out far enough and do enough damage, I was already making a backup plan of expanding another hidden base in the top right corner. Maybe turn it into planetary fortress, get some missile turrets up, and that'll be a hidden base, so I'll have more economy to actually produce units from. But I didn't really need that. So my army composition is basically Thors, Hellions to kill those zerglings that I saw earlier, Marauders to take off any the defenses, the spine crawlers that I saw he had in his expansion, natural expansion, and those dropships are there to heal off my organic army, organic part of my army. So here the Zerg player sees that. I don't think he saw. Oh, yes he did. Okay, he saw that I'm moving out. I quickly go kill the one of the watchtower, so he doesn't know exactly where the location of my units are. I do a little bit of skirmishing here, which skirmishing is always good, but you gotta watch your units so they don't get picked off by those mutalisks. I decided to do a little bit more of harassment, and then when the mutalisks come to try to take me out, I'll quickly use my Thors and Marines when the Zerglings are out of position. So the Zerglings are quickly launched in, but we do enough damage to the mutalisks, and oh my god, this is gonna be a big battle. But those Hellions completely annihilated those Zerglings, which allows my Marines and my Thors to actually clean up this whole mess. I sent my Marauders forward to start taking out the defensive, because obviously those mutalisks aren't enough to deter this. He doesn't seem to be making much more defenses other than now he's making some defenses, but he wasn't really producing more units ever since that battle begun. So that is a major fault that he had, and it looks like I was a bit too too over, like, I don't know. He's kind of angry at me for saying GG early because he knows he lost, but he just doesn't want to admit it. If I'm just like, okay, I might as well rub it into his face, but who knows? Who knows? So here I'm kind of showing off my upgrades, which are both level 3 armor, and basically those Zerglings that you saw earlier do no damage to me, or they do 2 damage to me, which is basically nothing. Especially when your dropships are healing your organic units, and your Hellions are completely wiping out those Zerglings, and your Thors are completely absorbing all the damage. So yeah, that is the end of this video. So if you guys like my Starcraft videos, please comment and subscribe. I have some other League of Legends videos you might want to see if you like strategy games or single player games. If you like this video, please thumbs up and comment on what you want me to cast. If you want me to cast a specific professional game, you guys send me a link or send me a message saying what game you want me to cast, and I'll cast it. I'll cast it whatever game you want. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. So peace until that time. See ya.